Hello lovely, and welcome to bag making 101. Look at this smart bit of kit. Oh, I didn't finish mine, but you're going to finish yours. Essentially this bag is made of 5 pieces. We've got one, which is the body, goes all the way around as one piece. We've got 2 ends, well that's piece 2 and piece 3. We've got our little closure, piece 4, and we've got our handle, piece 5. So when you pop it out onto the fabric, this is what it's going to look like. Now excuse my shabby pattern. So I've put my body here, and what I've done is I've just moved it gently to one side, and I have marked these lines. You've got these lines on your pattern as light grey lines, so mark those just on the edges there and do the same for the opposite side. And then if I can find my pattern piece, we've got our 2 ends. I've put one there and one there. We've got our closure, and then this is our strap. So we're using the fabric to the best of its economy, and you've got a little bit left over in case you need to do another couple of sides or the cat runs off with your closure. It happens, believe me. So let's cut all those pieces out. If you have a rotary cutter, which I do, then this is absolutely the time to deploy it. I always use my ruler upside down if I can't find my metal one. Take one swoop there, one swoop there. Dean from Create and Craft will be extremely proud of me that I've changed my blade. So there's our strap. Let's put it the nice way up. There's our strap. Right, and we're just going to cut these bits out now. I've actually used the edge of my fabric as one of the straight edges just to reduce the workload slightly. I always think if you can use a straight edge, use a straight edge. Although actually you'd be surprised the number of times I thought something was a straight edge and it turned out to not be straight at all. Again, don't snip the scissors. And what do I mean by that? Okay, where's the scrap? So by snipping the scissors, you want one clear thing, and don't let the scissors go like that, because you let the scissors go like that, you're going to end up with little choppy marks. If you do a nice smooth curve, you haven't got that to contend with. So that's what I mean by that. So there's our bag front. Let's get these sides on the go. It's a very nice fabric to work with, this, and it's unusual working with something that's non-woven. I think it makes quite a nice change, because you want leather for a bag and shoes, really. I think if you're about town in downtown Paris, having a glass of vino and a crepe. Oh, it's not vino, is it? It's vin, du vin. Having some vin. I was very lucky. Colin, my husband, took me to Versailles, and we stayed at Gordon Ramsay's place. It was amazing. Right. So there we go, there's all our pieces. All right, now the first thing that we want to do is make our strap the right length. So if you just measure yours, I've gone slightly longer with mine, that's fine, I'll give it a bit of a trim. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to pop those 2 up there. So these are your 2 side pieces. Now, imagine they're on the side of the bag like this. If they were 2-dimensional, they'd be like that, and they need to be opposites. So we are going to put one end on that piece and one end on that piece, and you'll be going, Cheryl, why are you putting the handle on the sides first? You're bonkers. But because these parts for Dolly's accessories are quite small, I'm reverse engineering it slightly so that you're not inside the bag under the machine trying to get it all done at once. So for the stitch for this, let's use the back of the foot. In this area here, we're going to sew across like this. Just checking you can see that. Yep. Can you see that? There we go. Make a cross. And then the cross sits in a box. And again, I'm doing mine in black so you'll be able to see. So we overlap this by 2 centimeters and prop it in the center. And you're going to stitch from the right side down. I'll do mine and I'll bring it back and show you. So here is my handle. Pop it that way. Here's my handle with my two sides. There we go. Just pop that to the back 1 second. So we've got our closure here, and the next thing to do is to pop it under here. So we'll turn it over so you can see. So right side to wrong side, pop that under there and do the same here, except I'm probably only going to do a little rectangle. I think that will be enough. Where's my pen? There we go. So up there, that sort of formation. Can I zoom in? Oh, oh, blimey, look at that. So there we go. So this is the wrong side, this is the wrong side, and when we turn it over, that's what we're going to end up with a small rectangle of stitching there. Right, there we go. So we're slightly closer up now, and so this is the wrong side. You can see my stitching little rectangle. If we turn it over, now you can see if that was red thread, it would be virtually invisible. I couldn't think of the word for a second there. Right, okay, so we're going to talk about this front panel. If you can imagine, this is going to be the back of the bag. No, the front of the bag, the bottom of the bag, the back of the bag, the top of the bag, and then the flap. So we're going to end up with something like that, but more square on the ends. And you can see where our ends are going to go actually. So that's the next stage. Now, if you look at your own handbag, if you have a leather handbag, you can always see the seam on the outside. If I show you on my sample here, it's sewn wrong side to wrong side, and I think that gives a really lovely detail. So that's what we're going to do. We take our side parts, and remembering that this is the front, that should go there, yeah? So what we're going to do is we are going to, using these as a guide, we're going to sew, whoop, fiddly, down there, around there, and up to the back, and our hem or our seam will actually push outwards. As again, it's one of those things that's easier to see than do, but we're going to do that on both sides. So let me do that and I'll be right back. So you can see how the bag's coming together. Right, I've done my first side. Don't know what that is, that's the other side. I've done my first side. It's not the best piece of sewing I've ever done, but remember, this is all about developing skills, learning to work with new fabrics, getting more confident, trying things out, and that is what it is all about. So tidy that up. Now, you can, if you like, have a really detailed look. Is that actually in focus? Can't tell. Yeah, right, there we go. So you can, if you like, have a look at my sewing. As I said, it's not the best, but because this fabric does not fray, you can have a little sneaky tidy up after. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to take my scissors, and with one cut to each side, I'm just literally shaping it up. Ta-da! Why is it never goes to plan when I'm on the telly or on video? Okay, so that then is a much neater look actually, I think, isn't it? Do you agree? Much neater. So you can see it's starting to take the shape of a bag now. Obviously this side goes on here in exactly the same way, and then you've got on your, let me have a little look, you've got on your pattern a place to put the buckle, and all the buckle is passing that closure through there. All I've done with the buckle is just secured my stitches on the back on the inside, and there we go. Focus is brilliant on this camera, I have to say. And there's your diamante buckle on the outside. So the flap goes through the handle, and the closure is just an up and over very sweet. Dolly's now got somewhere to put her makeup, her credit card, although she hasn't got one. She just spends all of my money. Pop that through there. There we go. And that's Dolly's bag. So I hope you have great fun with that. As I say, this is one of the first lot of accessories that we've done for Dolly. You can make it in denim. If you fancy another crack at it, you could make it in any colour leatherette that you like. Just remember to get the non-woven man-made version that has the fabric on the back. When you feel that when you'll make it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So until next time, make sure you send me lots of pictures of your bags and shoes, because I'm very much a bags and shoes type of girl. I don't know why it's taking me so long to do this for Dolly actually, but there you go. Special for our subscribers. See you in the next bit.